right, people, so good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. As we get things started this Wednesday morning, remember today is Wednesday, so we got Behind the Badge. Acting ASP Pitt will be joining us. We got a few things to talk to him about as it relates to some police killings that have made the news. We also gonna get into the news day very quickly here, go through some of the headlines, and then we're gonna open the phone lines, of course, take us a few calls before we get to the first break and we get to Behind the Badge. After that, the second hour, starting the second hour, we will take some more phone calls from you, and then we get to Pastor John. So that's how the Wednesday is looking. So let me see how fast I can go through this. It's no news, or it should be no news this morning. Like we always say, the news in the paper is what has already happened. And the tornado in West Moorings did happen, all right? And wow, that is destruction. Yesterday, of course, it was all over social media. Footage of the tornado taking off the roof off of houses in West Moorings. And the Minister of Local Government, Khadija Amin, was down there with Philip Alexander on the government side, and on the opposition side, Hans Devines also visited the area as the MP for the area. So we'll see what takes place there in terms of, you know, the damage and the assessment and so on and so forth. But it was, you know, really something out of the blue. We don't really get tornadoes in Trinidad and Tobago. I remember years ago, and it was rather comical because of the guys in the car. Or remember Redman? Or the guy remember the tornado down South Bay? And they drive off and they're trying to get away from this tornado. And they leave a fella named, they leave back a red man, and a fella in the car with the ball, red, we had to go back for red. And they just drive for that, leaving red, they ain't going back at all. And the man only screaming, red man. Only guy remember that, right? That was highlight, eh? That video, I'll never forget that video as long as I lived. It was hysterical. As serious as true, but hysterical. And of course, when you look at the damage of what is on the front page of the paper this morning, you know, a very, very serious thing, these tornadoes. So, you know, and you know, in the United States of America, where you get a lot of them, the thing is predictability. You can never really predict it until it kind of almost on you. So, you know, technology, I don't know if the technology has improved. I could only go by, you know, what I know off the top of my head in terms of the technology to detect a tornado. You can't really detect that it's going to form. So it is one of the disasters that you know, you really can't prepare for it 100%. But I guess in time, technology will get us there. Anyway, the big news, we'll review this, we'll take some calls on that in the second hour. But the big news on the front page of the paper this morning is that warrants were executed on UNC deputy and gun dealer. Housing minister has been rearrested. That's David Lee. So as we get into the paper this morning, 6 months after being freed on criminal charges of conspiring to defraud the state of $1.4 million in tax revenue linked to the importation of a $2.3 million Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, Housing Minister David Lee and businessman Hugh Leong Poi were arrested and charged with the same offenses. And the development came after a judge reviewed the April 7th decision of Acting Chief Magistrate Christine Charles and found sufficient evidence of both men to face trial before a judge and jury. And of course, Lee is a member of Parliament for Caroni Central and the deputy political leader of the ruling UNC. And he surrendered at Police Administration Building in Port of Spain with his lawyer shortly before 3 p.m. yesterday. News was told that Leong Poi, the owner of Sport Outlet Limited and a licensed firearm dealer, collapsed and had to be hospitalized when police arrived at his home in South Trinidad to execute the warrant and arrest him. But that's a bit dramatic, to collapse and anyway. Lawyers for both men reportedly petitioned a High Court judge late on the evening of October 7th in an attempt to get bail. The accused are expected to appear before the High Court on October the 8th for a status hearing before a trial date is set. All right, now before I get to the other, let's go through some of the other headlines. At least 5 murders in 24 hours. Dying mother begs son to run. We will talk to Pitt about that. Brothers killed as community feud turns deadly. PH driver and passenger gunned down. Opposition leader demands answers. Budget date mismanagement. What? What? What mismanagement? I don't understand. I don't understand. She also said that if the budget wasn't debated or passed by October the 31st, that there would be a government shutdown as well. And then below that, Mariano Brown responded to that saying no shutdown if the budget is not passed before October the 31st. So I don't know where she got that from. But the date mismanagement? I don't understand where the mismanagement of a budget date comes in. I really don't know. I mean, Kirk Mago erred. But he's the PRO of the UNC. He's not the PRO of the government. And there is a difference. You have the government, and then you have the party that is the UNC. He's the PRO of the United National Congress. He is not the communication person for the government of Trinidad and Tobago, neither is he a PRO for the government. Right? So I don't know where the mismanagement of the date came in, but it is the 13th of October. It is Monday coming. As I said yesterday, I cannot see them going further or later rather than the 13th of October. Because the next weekend, you have Diwali, it's a long weekend, and then the weekend after that, you're at the end of October. So it could only be either the 6th or the 13th of October. That was common sense would tell you that. All right? But I tell you what, I am thinking, guys, maybe we should send the ad for Breaking On Christmas Party. We should send it to Kirk Mago, let him share it by mistake. And it'll go viral. Yeah? Yeah, I feel so. Minority leader is asking who is leading culture and antiquities. Houses roofless, trees uprooted, tornado touches down in West Moorings. Archbishop Gordon congratulates Archbishop Molali. TPP looking for THA election candidates. Man dies in freak accident in Bethel. Bail application set for October the 8th. Minister Lee remains in custody. This is, of course, a continuation of the page 3 headline and the front page. You have Vicky Boudram granted own bail. Former travel agent Vicky Boudram has been granted her own bail by the High Court in San Fernando despite objections by the prosecution. Master Rihanna Hossain granted Boudram own bail on October the 7th. Boudram, also known as Victoria Samlal Singh, who renewed her application for bail, was also ordered to report to the Sparia police station every Wednesday, keep a record of her attendance, and apply to the court for any new travel documents. Boy. And you could read that. That's on page 10. Also on page 10, the opposition leader, well, here is a reasonable question to ask. This we could ask. Will Lee serve in the cabinet? Opposition leader Penelope Beckles is calling on Prime Minister Kamla Prasad-Bissessar to tell the nation if she intends to keep Caroni Central MP David Lee as a member of her cabinet after he was arrested, well, I would say re-arrested, on Tuesday on fraud charges. All right? And the call came at a press release on October the 7th, hours after the police press release confirmed that arrest warrants were issued for Lee, the Minister of Housing and Businessman Hugh Leong Poi, following an application by DPP under Section 23(5) of the Indictable Offences Preliminary Inquiry Act, Chapter 12(1). All right. So that is the story. A Guyanese man got a $2,000 fine for condom theft. A 50-year-old, here the age of the man too. A 50-year-old Guyanese man who stole a quantity of condoms and other items from a popular cosmetic branch in Chaguanas was fined $2,000 and given 4 months to pay by the Chaguanas magistrate on October the 7th. Dude, why would you be stealing condoms? Of all the places you go to rob a cosmetic store? Who does that, guys? Oh boy, I tell you, it never ends in Trinidad and Tobago, yes? It never ends. The never-ending drama that is TNT. All right. before I open the phone lines and before we take some calls, because like I said, we're moving with speed this morning. Remember that today is Wednesday, so of course on a Wednesday, you know how we do it. We do ask, you keep the calls very short and to the point, because we have a lot of ground to cover, okay? So, in covering that ground, part of it, of course, is information through ad-libs. So we're going to get to that right now. Let me just remind you of a few things before we move further. All right, we're going to start off with Eden Heights. So Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean, and they do offer that dynamic combination of life-changing treatments. This includes from prolozone therapy to weight loss programs, halotherapy, colon hydrotherapy, oxygen baths, and everything in between and more. So they do offer consultation services as well, and you can get consultations in diabetes, child counseling, supplements, arthritis, sport injuries, etc. And you can visit them at any one of their 3 locations. They are located in Trinity, Chaguanas, and Tobago. And you could also give them a call on 640-8985 or 613-7571. You could also WhatsApp them on 493-9196 or email them at edenheightsdistributors@gmail.com. Make sure check them out. It is Eden Heights. Do not forget as well that Chef Shiraz has a few courses still left before the end of the year, and they will take place in November, and the other one on a date to be announced. But the one that is coming on the 5th of November is the Certificate in Culinary Arts. There is the Diploma in Culinary Arts as well, date to be announced. I'm not too sure if he's back from Canada yet, but these courses always take place at Ramsing Plaza in Chaguanas. You can contact Chef by WhatsApping or calling him on 372-4639 or 737-5097. Make sure and get in contact with Chef today if you have any intention of pursuing a career in culinary arts. And we're going to stick a pin right there. Oh gosh. All right, I'll deal with that later on. So we have, Director, if you could put up the charges relayed. I think it was that. In the David Lee matter. There were about 3 headlines there. Right, fraud charges relayed against housing minister and gun dealer. So we're going to open the phone line, get your thoughts on this. The opposition leader is asking a very reasonable question on whether or not David Lee will be serving in the cabinet. I cannot see him being on fraud charges and in custody and serving in the cabinet. I think that is a foregone conclusion. I mean, until the matter is dealt with, I do not see any clear path for him to serve in that capacity. But 327-7400, we will take your calls this morning, and remember, we're taking them fast and furious, so a little stick. Or, you know, the saying go, you get the click. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, man, what do you...
I want to talk about this charge here, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Ali. Stefan, the case relating to Vicky Bujam, I wonder if they're going to re-indict she, because all the charges was dropped, right? Stefan,
Yeah.
I see there's DPP in this country. Most cases just collapse, and there is the problem in Trinidad and Tobago. The judicial system is the problem in Trinidad and Tobago. Stefan, what's the case with the police officer, right? You see the bail that this officer was granted, $250,000 bail for thieving the marijuana in the station. So you know what they do there? They set a precedent for, you see the big hole that they get in San Fernando? Stefan, officers free to go and take that. You know why? Because the bail is just minimal and it have no consequences for crime under the judicial system in Trinidad.
Right. Okay, no problem. Thanks a lot. I'll go down again. Hello, good morning. Yeah, morning, go ahead.
They were St. George. Stefan,
Yeah.
look how long a High Court judge refer the CPEP case with the last sitting minister Alwari to the DPP's office. Up to now, he can't charge him, man. But yet still, David Lee get acquitted and now get recharged for the same thing. The magistrate that acquit him, she don't make Skylark. If you understand what I'm saying, Stefan. So if the case was weak and it had no case and they throw it out and the man win, why are you recharging the man for? Because you feel because you want to cause problems. This is desperation on the highest degree. because they're so despondent and how they lose and they're trying their best to hold on to nothing. The people don't want what was there. They have something new and they can't face the fact. So now you're grasping at straws, using your political pawns to do what you want. And it goes back to what the previous caller said, the judiciary in this country needs to be fixed. And until that is done, it will be used as a political pawn to manipulate and to do other people's bidding. You understand?
Okay.
Because they can't have a judicial system that is like that, with people who are willing to do things like that. It has to be independent, it has to be separate, and they have to operate with a high level of how would you say, integrity. You understand,
Okay.
Stefan? All right, a man get acquitted and you charge him, man. They're not making sense. And you have actually have no new evidence. Anyway, Stefan,
Now we're going to see. Yeah. I mean, just recently, given what took place with Jack Warner and all, and the oppressive manner in which that was, the oppression that Jack had to go through, if you read about the matter and how it collapsed against Jack Warner, I mean, what they put Jack Warner through for the last few years was just, there was no excuse to that. Morning. But this is another matter. I mean, we don't know what's the evidence they have against him. Yeah, go ahead.
That caller there is 100 plus system. After Archie to go is Gaspar. Them men is put there to do exactly what that, to dig up for occasions. Occasion we're going to work across there, right? What about we ain't saying there was allegation to nobody with input we said $1 million. Nobody investigated. He didn't go across there that on the strip on the carpet. What about comments where they make some remarks with house and lands and things? They don't want that. They got that on the carpet. You understand? This is the system here. This thing have to flick and change. Have a nice day.
All right, no problem. Going again. Let me get your thoughts. Remember, we're keeping it short this morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, morning. Go ahead. Share your thoughts.
The judicial system definitely has some issues. One of the issues, and when we see political figures getting charged by the police and the DPP, and things like being rearrested is not something new. I see the police release people already. They say we have information. They arrest somebody. They could bring charges. Part of the legal system is if a judge should not acquit but dismiss. Acquit is not the word. It's dismiss some charges because they find this. They tell the police and the DPP go back and this no thing.
Yeah.
But you have a system to, if you think that somebody erred, you have a chance to come back again. And if that is the case, that is the case. Foster Cummins have issues, and if the police go behind Foster Cummins,
Yeah.
it can't be that the police doing good work when they lock up one person, and when they lock up somebody else, all of a sudden issues.
All right.
We have to be able to give the police the chance to do their work without coming and saying it's some kind of political witch hunt or whatever people just try to think, right? It have evidence against a case, and let the man go in the court and answer to the charges, just like everybody else, just like you, Stefan. Stefan, if you get charged with something, you have to go by the police and go in the court and answer.
Yeah.
And to the question of whether or not he should keep working, if your company find the charges is too much and too much a distraction for the station, they could let you go if they want. It's up to them.
All
I
right.
say, now this is too much. I said, Stefan, we go back and think and come back. Ain't no issue, but we have to be fair to the police. Let the police do their work, even if no matter who it is.
All
let
right.
the police and the do their done.
All right, no problem. Yeah, man. All right. We're going again. 327-7400. Let me go. Hello, good morning. Hello, morning.
Hello, Stefan.
Morning. Yeah, go ahead. Share your thoughts.
Why isn't DCP INI before the court? Mr. Thomas being acquitted of all charges.
Yeah,
Why wasn't
just to that point, he was acquitted. They were acquitted. But go ahead. That's what I'm seeing in paper here.
Yes,
But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, but why is the CPI not being charged for dereliction, you know? And why wasn't the charges relayed against the former COP, Miss Alexander? Why, you know? So there is something called the separation of powers, where the different arms of the government are not supposed to, you know, intrude in the other arms. You understand? Yesterday alone, there were 2 cases where, for want of prosecution, meaning the police didn't attend, and for murder, triple murder, you saw that, and there was a woman who was charged for something in breach of no parking, and where she was taken. And,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
charged with
I
all
have
those
that to
things.
talk. I have that to deal with this morning as well. The woman with the
Want of
with the parking issue
prosecution,
there.
you know.
Yeah.
Police not attending these matters, and
Yeah.
also the Privy Council would have advised that column should be investigated. Where is it? Where is it? Whilst I have the greatest respect for Mr. Gaspard, I really think it's a personal attack against the state. Thank
Okay.
you. Sorry about that. Yes.
All right, no problem. Thanks a lot. Just on that point, let me just give you a little part of the article here. Responding to the development, Prime Minister Kamala Prasad-Bissessar in a WhatsApp response said, quote, "We have respect for the courts of the land. Minister Lee was acquitted of these allegations before. Now that the charges have been relayed, we have confidence in the courts to deliver a just result." So the PM is saying, look, she puts her confidence in the system and, you know, let the chips fall as they may. But she has confidence that, you know, the courts will deliver a just result. Morning. Yeah.
Prosecution. Gerald Ramdi, Ravi Ratiram, Anand Ramlogan, the Speaker of the House could look forward now to being judged. Because there are people who were before the court before. And it is more than likely they will be charged. So David Lee is in a safe seat. He could win. So we ain't worried about David Lee and whatever happening, wherever the politics fall, the law is the law and the chips fall wherever they may be. As far as related to the guy who went and steal the thing on the cosmetic store, the women just go there and buy makeup to cover up their face. The man went and stole something to cover up something else. You know what I mean?
Fine, no problem. Oh, Lord of mercy. We're going again. Never get your thoughts. Hello, good morning.
A very, very good morning to you, Stefan. I think, hello?
Yep, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I think we should wait and see and let due process take place. Some of us might be jumping the gun a bit.
Yeah.
Let it happen naturally, the due process. But I would also like to see, according to the previous caller, there are a lot of people who have questionable things against them and they are not being investigated, and I wonder why. Look, take for example, do you know, it doesn't matter how high your office is. Look when Paula Maritz and the Prime Minister colluded and breached Section 123
To remove Griffith.
and just everything was hunky-dory. Right now, the Chinese former Minister of Agriculture is sentenced to death for corruption. So anybody involved in corruption, deal with them, always.
All right, no problem.
Thank you.
Cool. Yep. I want to mention this too. I am waiting for the, you know, if I mean, the charges have been relayed. David Lee and oh gosh, what's the guy name? Hugh Leong Poi, right. David Lee and Mr. Poi will have their day in court. All right. The Prime Minister has expressed confidence in the court and the court to do their job and deliver a just decision. All right, so it's not for me to say if the court is either here or there or whatever the case might be. I think if they have evidence or something new had popped up, they're entitled to rearrest or recharge, right? My thing is this with the DPP. We have seen matters collapse because of lack of evidence. Several matters, right? So we know that your office has been failing for a little while now, and you know, I mean, so obviously something has to be fixed in the DPP office, whether it is the DPP himself or whatever the case might be. There is one matter that really gets at me, and that's the matter with the divers. Or that matter with the divers through the Commission of Inquiry, it was laid out that there was if I'm not mistaken, manslaughter charges that could be laid. Hello, good morning. And I ain't hearing nothing about that at all.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, what's going on?
I could.
Yeah, man.
The up to now, I never call the policeman thief the drugs name.
No, but they can't
Are
do
they calling
that.
him?
They can't do that. They can't call name or face because I mentioned that the other day. Two officers did challenge a matter and they won based on them being I think they were charged and their names and their photograph was put out there and then they won and so the TTPS will release that kind of thing again.
Okay.
Yeah, go
The
ahead.
other thing is, when the commissioner of police name was carried in the parliament to be the commissioner of police, it was Mr. Alexander carried that to the parliament, and everybody had confidence in him, and they know he doing a good job and he go do a good job and all kind of thing. Now he do what he had to do. Now he do what they had to do. They calling them P&M and they're doing this one bidding and that one bidding. If the government the day promised to deal with corruption, they're dealing with it throughout the country on both sides.
It got to be on both
And
sides.
them on both sides. And the DPP can't tell the police to arrest somebody if he get additional evidence, if the case is not a stronger case, to go back to court with the same evidence, then the DPP don't know what he's doing then.
Well,
And people just calling and what I should say, boy, chastising the judge or the DPP for reopening the matter and sending the information to rearrest.
I mean,
So
look,
then these people don't know what they're doing. That is what we're saying as Trinidadians.
the Prime Minister, right? The Prime Minister is saying in response to development that they have respect for the courts of the land. Minister Lee was acquitted of these allegations before. Now that the charges have been relayed, we have confidence in the courts to deliver a just result. If the Prime
Okay, the
Minister is
next
saying, look,
question is-
I have confidence in the
She
court.
have
going to deal with
confidence
this.
in the judicial system.
So, I mean,
Right.
yeah.
And in spite of all the thing where we seeing with the police this and the police that and under the judicial system just slow.
Well, yeah.
They just slow.
Yeah.
But my point is, with Jack Warner as a member of parliament, when information was to arrest him, they tell him go and clear his
Yeah,
name
they
and
go and
come
clear
back.
his name, yeah.
Right, this man is arrested.
I
He's
would imagine
supposed
the
to
same
go
thing
and
will
clear his
follow.
name and come back.
Yeah.
Go and clear his name and come back.
And come back. Yeah, that's all.
And let me stop labeling people are doing other people bidding. Then we're telling me the DPP not independent, the police commissioner not independent, because the police have to do the investigation, come up with the evidence, send it to the DPP to get directive whether to charge or to leave alone.
Right.
So the DPP didn't do that on his own.
Okay.
He had to do it based on additional information or evidence coming from the police, going back to the DPP to recharge these men.
All
and
right.
here it is, we are callers this morning criticizing that system. Have a pleasant morning.
All right, no problem. Yeah. Look, if the Prime Minister has confidence in the court, I mean, this is a matter that has been relayed against one of her own. She has confidence in the court to bring out just result. I mean, the matter would go before the court, and if David Lee is found wanting, he's found wanting, and if he's in the clear, he's in the clear. But yeah, when Jack Warner was there, she did say very clearly, Jack, go and clear your name and come back. I didn't see anything wrong with that at the time because that was the right thing to do, and it should be the right thing to do in this occasion here. David Lee has to go clear his name and come back. That's all. All right, so I'll tell you what, we got to take a break. Do not forget that the Breaking Dawn Christmas party is on December the 13th, Saturday, December the 13th. Please get your tickets early. Tickets are available at all sports and games nationwide. That is Trin City Mall, Gulf City Mall, Long Sigla Mall, West Mall, Tunapuna, Grand Bazaar, and Price Plaza. Go and get your tickets, all right? It is a premium drinks inclusive, okay? And we have live entertainment, guest artists, everybody passing through. We got a lot of promotions taking place on the night as well. We have a wine bar for the ladies. Yes, you're getting a wine bar this year. Alcoholic, non-alcoholic wines. All right? We have a cocktail bar. We have, listen, we have real promotion going on. All right? Real promotion going on the night. So, things that you never taste before, you're going to get a taste of it. All right? For free. Well, when I say for free, well, I mean, the ticket is $400, but you get drinks free. All right, food will be on sale, courtesy Chef Shiraz, and we have some other vendors there that I'll make mention of later on. I will release who the entertainment is, all right? But for now, we're keeping a little tight lid on that. But get your tickets early. You could pick up your tickets at Raj Bar in St. Augustine as well, or you could go online and order your tickets online on trinbagoevents.com. So for those of you who are flying in for the event, well, you know what to do. Go up on trinbagoevents.com and purchase a ticket online and, come down and enjoy yourself just like you did last year. With that, we take a break. Acting ASP Pitt is coming up next. Stay tuned.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply. Everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycareTT@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Calling all choir. This is TNT's first gospel choir event of its kind. It's finally here. This is Divine Harmony. Choirs from all over the country will vie for over $250,000 in prizes. Semi-final round, the East-West Corridor. Saturday, September 20th, Central and South Trinidad. Saturday, September 27th, and Tobago. Saturday, October 4th. To register, call 719-9599. TNT. Get ready. This is Divine Harmony.
Everybody sing it. Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you'll be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant, where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And the Break It Dawn Christmas party is here, people. Saturday, December the 13th, Center of Excellence Garden Sanctuary from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. Get your tickets now. This is a premium drinks inclusive. You can get your tickets at the following outlets. All Sports and Games. Sports and Games in Grand Bazaar, Tuna Puna, Trin City Mall, Price Plaza, along Circular Mall, Gulf City Mall, and West Mall. That's 7 locations. You can also get tickets at Raj Bar in St. Augustine, or you could get the tickets online. For those of you in Tobago, go online at trinbagoevents.com and purchase your tickets. Get your tickets early. We have live entertainment, like I said, premium drinks inclusive, food on sale, and it is Winter Wonderland this year, so the dress code is wear white. I will see you at the Center of Excellence Garden Sanctuary on Saturday, 13th of December for the Breaking Dawn Christmas party. And remember, part proceeds go to children with cerebral palsy.
Namaste. I am Pandit Jairam, 3580103 from Trinidad and Tobago. If you are facing any kind of problem in life, be it planetary obstacles, delays in marriage, issue in having children, troubles in business or job, health concerns, or lack of peace of mind, I provide the right astrological guidance and remedies. Every problem has a solution according to your birth chart and planetary positions. Do not delay. Whether your issue is small or big, answer to your questions are here. Contact Pandit Jairam, 3580103, Trinidad and Tobago. The path to solving your problems begins today.
The season of lights is bright and tasty with Royal Castle's delightful veggie burger made with a healthy and nutritious patty. It's great on its own or in a combo with one side and a 16-ounce drink. So whether it's lunch, dinner, or a snack, Royal Castle's veggie burger fits right in with your fasting and festivities. Happy Diwali from Royal Castle.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
All right, people, so we're back on Breaking Dawn. We're 20 minutes away from the hour of 7 o'clock, and we got acting ASP Pitt with us via Zoom. We're going to bring him in quick, and we're going to get to a few topics very quickly here in the time that we're going to have. So good morning to, is it acting still or full ASP?
It is acting still. There's a court matter involving our assessment process, and it's only until that is completed that the police service can go forward. So right. Good morning, Stefan. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
All right. Good morning to you, man. All right. So, Pitt, we're gonna get straight into it. Fellas, give me the police killings. Let me just give the audience a little idea as to what we're going to address this morning. So there was a headline in the paper on Saturday, the 4th of October. Police killings almost double from 2023. Ensure cops follow the law. 60 people have now lost their lives for the year at the hands of police, with almost a third of those fatalities occurring during the latest state of emergency. It's a figure that is almost twice that recorded over the same period for January 1st to October 3rd in 2023, at a 50% increase for the same period in 2024, and it has reignited calls for body-worn cameras to be more widespread. Data provided by the independent body tasked with investigating these incidents, the Police Complaints Authority, shows that the number of shooting incidents has also increased. For the period in 2023, there were 33 fatalities from 29 incidents. In 2024, there was a decrease in incidents to 25, but a jump in fatalities to 41. And this year's 60 deaths come from 48 incidents, most of which occurred under both states of emergencies, during which police are given additional powers and ramp up operations. Now, this is that's the first article. The second one is, given the second one, the police killings too. An attorney is warning that police killings are headed in the wrong direction. Former trade unionist and attorney Clyde Weatherhead believes that the growing number of police-involved killings is a serious concern which undermines the administration of justice. And in a post to his Facebook page, Weatherhead cited excerpts from the October 4th Newsday article, which I just read from. All right, and he said, quote, "This is a spiraling trend which must concern the population and has reignited calls for more widespread use of body-worn cameras by police officers." Now, Pitt, this perception that there is somehow extrajudicial killings increasing within our borders, as is stated in one of the articles, what is your response to that? Because while we look at the headline and we read the article, do they count persons that the police have confrontations with and they open fire on the police and the police have to return fire? Is that counted in this toll?
That is an excellent question, and you are absolutely correct. It means that persons are putting labels on fatal police-involved shootings, and for that reason, you are just getting a broad brush type of approach. And I would say fatal police-involved shootings because they are incidents where police officers use deadly force, where persons don't die. And they might be wounded, but they don't die. So when you say police killings, there's a certain connotation attached to that. It already cements something in the mind of someone who is not thinking carefully. Additionally, police or fatal police shootings is a concern for the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service as well. Because in every incident, we run the risk of losing police officers who has their only task is to go out there and serve the public of Trinidad and Tobago. And if we are faced with deadly situations, then we respond based on our use of force policy. So to suggest that the increase of body-worn cameras is going to reduce police shootings is in itself telling members of the public that they have a particular view regarding these incidents, and that if there is much more oversight or independent accountability, that it would lessen. So that is telling you something straight out. If we are to look logically, rationally, and reasonably at our crime situation, when we are to look at the proliferation of firearms, even more so heavy arms that are on the nation's streets, when we look at the number of citizens that have been murdered over the years, when we look at the number of police officers who have been shot over the years, and we take all these things into consideration, then it is not far-fetched that police officers, with our increased presence and our robust approach in order to manage the crime situation, will have deadly encounters. So we need to look at it from that type of perspective. And if you have a problem, which we agree that we have, then you look at the problem from both ends. You don't just look at it from the police side. There are two sides. When you go into a conflict, there are two sides. So you have the police who is there to treat with law and order. And on the other hand, there are persons in the society who are bent on committing violent crimes. And regardless of who encounters them, they are going to shoot their way out. That's a reality. Okay. So we know that policing is a thankless job, but it's really disheartening at times when persons view it from such a myopic sort of stance and such a limited sort of stance. We know, Stefan, that we have a crime situation, and on the issue of body-worn cameras, the police service is not averse to the issue of body-worn cameras, and we have demonstrated that in terms of our procurement and in terms of the fact that we continue to equip and train our police officers with body-worn cameras. And there are several incidents that have been captured via body-worn cameras. It doesn't mean to say that there will be a reduction, clearly. So, as again, it's very unfortunate. And I must mention, it would be remiss of me, the different layers of investigation that goes into police-involved shooters. So you have the police service in terms of the divisional investigators doing an inquiry, assistant superintendent and above. You also have the Professional Standards Bureau, who's responsible for oversight of those investigations. And for those of you who know, the Professional Standards Bureau, they have been demonstrating over the years how the law is the law, and it doesn't matter whether you are wearing blue and gray or you're an average citizen, they are going to put you before the court.
Right.
There's also the Police Complaints Authority, who conducts their own investigation. And then when all these findings are taken to the Director of Public Prosecution, he has the prerogative now to send it to a coroner's inquest. So look at the different layers of investigation and oversight regarding police-involved shootings that are fatal. And you can get an idea as to the levels of accountability.
Yeah, I mean, look, I understand exactly where you're coming from, because I you know, when I read the article, I was like, okay, but, you know, we have to admit that we have a crime problem. We have a violent crime problem. We have a violent society problem. I mean, when you look at these school children, we were looking at a clip yesterday with a brawl that took place on the promenade with some school children, girls in particular. There seems to be this violent culture that has manifested itself in Trinidad and Tobago. That is what we have become, right? Now we need to pull back on that. And the sad reality is, if 60 police officers were killed for the year, I very much doubt that there would be articles focusing on that in such a manner. Now, I'm not saying that the police should have ultimate authority to do as they please. And I do not think that the police go about their business executing their daily responsibilities to protect and serve in a manner like that. But I must raise the issue now of where the crime situation is, how bad the crime problem is in Trinidad and Tobago. Because if we are in a state of emergency, and this is a back-to-back state of emergency, we could say, because it started in December of last year, and we had a little break, and then it continued after the current Commissioner of Police advised the government on the state of emergency. I don't know what months we into it, I've lost count. But if there has been an increase in police-involved shootings, and we could say that a significant percentage of that is police returning fire after being fired upon by criminal elements, what does that say for the status in terms of where we are in Trinidad and Tobago, where the police authority is either respected or feared by the criminal element?
Well, it says a lot. It says that there are persons out there, number one, they don't respect law and order, and number two, they don't respect the persons who are given the mandate to ensure that the country remains with law and order. And that in itself is a frightening reality. And we know that a lot of our citizens have fallen prey to this type of violence. And as an organization, we have stood up, given our mandate, and we are confronting the crime situation front on. The state of emergency in itself provides the opportunity for us to have that type of increased presence. And of course, with it comes extra powers. And those powers doesn't mean to say that citizens' rights are suspended, that they don't have the right to life, they don't have the right to liberty. So when they lump it in and emphasize the state of emergency as though police officers within that realm or within that period have been given a particular directive because of the period, that is not so. Within a state of emergency, there are laws, and the law still prevails, and we are law enforcement officers. We know we have an issue, and we are continuously asking for members of the public to partner with us. We are continuously asking even those persons who are bent on committing crime to not come up against us force for force. We continue to train our officers, Stefan, so that in any eventuality, they will be able to protect themselves. persons leave their families, they leave their homes to come out here to do an honest job to protect the lives of our citizenry. And we are going to continue to train our officers. We are going to continue to equip our officers in terms of bulletproof vests and otherwise, because we know the reality that we are faced with on the outside.
Yeah, and I mean, in terms of that, it's not like police are not put before the court. Just recently, and this morning, one of the callers mentioned it again, the situation in the Barataria police station with drugs that were tampered with, if I could term it like that. A police officer was arrested and charged. People were asking the question as to why the name of the officer wasn't released or a photo of the officer, and I had to remind them that 2 police officers did file a successful matter after being charged, and since then, with their mugshots being published, and I think since then the police have stopped putting out that kind of information. I guess that information could only come out once you are found guilty by the court. But for now, after being charged, you do have your day in court, so you're presumed innocent until proven guilty. But it's not like if this hasn't happened. Even in the 28,000 rounds of ammunition that went missing down in, is Tetron? No, it's Komuto. The 28,000 rounds, right. A soldier has been charged for that. Now that and all, some people will question that the way that the story is written and how things took place with that. But it's not like if police don't go before the courts, right? It's not like if we don't see stories where a police officer appeared before ting, and some of them have been found guilty, some of them have gotten off, right? Have been proven to be innocent, all right? Regardless of whether we believe they are or not. But they do have their day in court. It's the same thing with tickets that are issued. You have your day in court. We've always said that. We mightn't like how our police officer deals with us when the day comes, but you do have the opportunity to go court and challenge a police officer on anything that they lay before you, whether it is a ticket or a charge or whatever the case might be. So it's not like if police don't go before the court. And just on that issue, in terms of ticketing, I just want to, well, actually, what I'm going to do, Pitt, stay with us. I'm going to take a break. All right, I just want to pay this commitment as we switch gears. And when we come back, we will deal with the charges that were dismissed against a Central woman in a parking altercation that she had with the police. All right? So we're going to get into that article when we return. I'll give you the information on that. That did bring up the issue of body camera footage as well. So the body cameras do pop up again in a different type of interaction or situation. One is police killings. This one is a ticketing offense. But it was a very interesting story to read. So I want you to stay with us. We're going to be back. Fellas, we're going to the break. When we come back, we will continue with acting ASP Pitt behind the badge, and we'll get his thoughts on the charges that were dismissed against a Central woman in parking altercation with the police. We will also get his thoughts on the 5 murders that have taken place in the last 24 hours. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up after this.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Namaste. I am Pandit Jairam, 3580103 from Trinidad and Tobago. If you are facing any kind of problem in life, be it planetary obstacles, delays in marriage, issue in having children, troubles in business or job, health concerns, or lack of peace of mind, I provide the right astrological guidance and remedies. Every problem has a solution according to your birth chart and planetary positions. Do not delay. Whether your issue is small or big, answer to your questions are here. Contact Pandit Jairam, 3580103, Trinidad and Tobago. The path to solving your problems begins today.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78 Bamboo Settlement number 2 Valsain between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
Open Minds Education, Trinidad and Tobago. Hear me now. Click in, level up. School up on your phone, you know.
Learn today, lead tomorrow. We're ready for your growth. Farm 5C6 adult class, take the oath. No traffic, no stress, just log in and post. Open Minds Education, TNT we both.
You want pass exam? Cool, we sort that. Replay the lesson till the knowledge lock back. Real teacher with feedback, no copy, no chat.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canoopia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
We have Acting ASP Pitt with us, and we were talking about the police-involved killings that came up in the paper over the weekend. We're now going to shift our attention to another story that was in the paper And the headline is charges dismissed against Central woman in parking altercation with the police. Now I'm going to read a little bit of this in case people don't know the information. So a Chaguanas magistrate has dismissed 2 complaints against a woman from Central Trinidad who was arrested and allegedly manhandled by police after she stopped by a vegetable stall in Freeport to purchase Shadow Benny in 2021. Magistrate Dwayne Murray acceded to the request of defense attorneys Kyle Taklalsing, Renuka Rambajan and Kavita Munasa to dismiss the dangerous driving and resisting arrest charges after the police failed to provide body cam footage of the incident and had no witnesses present on October the 6th when the trial was to begin. Murray had previously adjourned the matter to March to give the police time to provide the body cam footage of the officers who arrested Farida Sukhdeo on July 12, 2021. Murray was subsequently told that the police could not locate the footage on its cloud storage. However, Sukdeo's attorneys were able to provide the court with social media footage of the incident. Rambajan objected to requests by the police for an adjournment since prosecutors only submitted a sick leave certificate for acting Corporal Satish Mahabir, the officer who charged Sukhdeo, and none of the other police witnesses were present. I'm going to stick a pin right there. I don't think I need to go into the rest of the article because I think you get the whole thing. All right, this is a situation where a woman was charged and she was allegedly manhandled by the police. All right, she was arrested and now all of this in terms of the court pit. We have 2 incidents here. 1, lack of body cam footage. 2, the police didn't show up in court. Right? So just respond to that for me because she challenged the matter. She did win, as she's in her right to do. But the fact that the police could not provide the body cam footage and are saying to the court that they could not find it on their storage.
Right. So firstly, this incident highlights the fact that our rule of law and the courts are doing exactly what it is designed to do. And we have spoken about different issues on this program where individual citizens or groups of persons at times may want to take matters into their own hands, may want to obstruct the process and not let it go through or take its natural course. So here we have a citizen who took it to its natural conclusion. And today, the court has decided, well, here what? The prosecution did not provide sufficient, and for that reason, your matter is dismissed. And that is exactly a true exhibition of the process as it gives regards to the rule of law and within the context of a democratic society. On those issues regarding the body cam, I don't know if it was a case of the prosecution giving a commitment to advance evidence that they had or they were of the view that was within their remit to produce, and for whatever reason, well, they highlighted some storage issues that they were not able to produce that. And you also highlighted additionally the fact that an officer may have been absent regarding the entire court issue. So remember, the magistrate or the judicial officer will go based on what is before him or her. They can only rule based on the evidence or the lack of evidence. And if sufficient is provided, they treat with it. If insufficient is provided, they treat with it in a like manner. Sorry.
I just want to make this point.
Yeah.
In terms of the evidence, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to go down here where it gives a little information as to what occurred. Mahabir and his colleague on mobile patrol, this is the officers, right? They allege that they observed a car parked in front of the Mission Road Market obstructing traffic. one of the officers entered a nearby business place and identified himself. Sukhdeo admitted that the car was hers and she was asked to move the vehicle, but the police claimed that she refused. All right? Now, the prosecution said the defendant declined to produce her driver's permit and insurance documents when requested. She then returned to her car, sat in the driver's seat, and allegedly threatened the officers, saying, quote, "Come by my car, I will bounce all you," end quote. Now, the 3 videos presented to the court by the defense showed at least 4 police officers, one heavily armed, dragging Sukhdeo from her car before arresting her. Now, this is very important. We're talking about at least 4 officers here, right? None of the 4 showed up in court. It's at least 4 officers, I would imagine all of them would have been subpoenaed to come to court, right? But outside of that, we have said this is nothing against the Sukhdeo lady, but this is why the need for the body cams are important. What won her this matter was video that was recorded on social media using her phone, right? And we have always said, when airing a video, we do not know what happened before the person pressed play and what happened at the end of the video. So all the court had was that. The
Correct.
4 officers pulling her out of the car. So obviously, it did not look good on the police part, but their defense would have been the body camera footage that would have given you an idea of if what they're saying really occurred in terms of how this woman addressed them or resisted in terms of moving a vehicle. Now, I really can't see somebody going to that extent to not move their vehicle. I think if the police come into a place and they say, listen, whose vehicle is that? And I think you're running to move your vehicle because you don't want to get a ticket, because you're getting the option to move it. So I think most people, 99.9% of them, will adhere to the police's request and go move their vehicle peacefully, right? But the point is, whether that happened or did not happen, there is no evidence to support the police claim because the video footage is not there. So the police have no defense, and then they have no police showing up in court to deal with this matter, which then makes it look even worse. Because it looked like they ain't showing up because they have nothing to defend. If you understand what I'm saying.
Well, the police will be on the prosecution side, and the person who is brought before the court, that's the person who,
they have no evidence against the defendant. Sorry.
That is the person who advances the defense.
Right.
So it's a case of the prosecution did not make out a sufficient case in order for the judicial officer to determine that the course of action taken or the evidence provided is sufficient to say that this person is guilty of the offense. And I hear you clearly on the issue of the body cam. And if it is that any communication coming out from our organization that we are against body cam, then probably we need to make it quite clear that we are pro body cam. And it's an issue of exactly what you said there. The body cam will provide an independent account as to what took place. And for that reason, it can exonerate police officers when issues arise, if there are levels of dispute and what have you. But we need to take that into context, and I trust that we are not aligning it to our initial discussion regarding fatal police-involved shootings. And, in this instance, there was footage, notwithstanding that it did not come from the lens of a body camera. And footage is footage, except to say they may have different vantage points. So somebody might be looking at it from one direction, and for that reason, they will be able to capture certain things. And another person might be looking at it from another direction, and for that reason, they'll be able to capture other things that the initial person did not capture. So we are sold on that as an organization. It's in keeping with modern policing and so on and so forth. What we are saying, though, is that, it is a matter of accountability, and it's a matter of ensuring that on whatever spectrum we function on, in the absence of or even with our body cameras, that our police officers are held accountable. And in this instance, the court made its ruling based on the evidence that was before it. And, we respect the rule of law. We respect the determination of the court. And this is exactly how the process is designed to take place. Yeah, it's designed to be a fair system, and it's not a police state. If we are seen as not fulfilling our entire function, and we have done things that doesn't sit well at a judicial level, then we face the consequence as an organization.
But you see, my problem is when police end up in a matter like this and they have to go to court and they don't show up in court and there is no body camera footage to support their actions in, the allegations or the charges that were brought against this woman, when the matter is dealt with in the court and the defendant comes out winning and the police lose the matter in court, what are the consequences for the officers who erred in the execution of the duty?
Well, we do have an internal disciplinary process, and for that reason, if the prosecutor or any other senior officer with oversight of the court proceedings sees it fit to invoke such a process, then I trust that process will be invoked. I can't say we are only going based on what is reported via the newspapers. So yes, there are levels of accountability, notwithstanding that a matter has been brought before the court. As police officers, we have a responsibility in order to follow through and ensure that we provide the best possible case in order for the prosecutor to move forward with any matter, and more importantly, to ensure that the judicial officer has all that is necessary in order to make an informed decision.
All right. Very quickly here, because we only have about maybe 4 minutes left, 4 or 5 minutes. We have a headline in the paper here: at least 5 murders in 24 hours, dying mother begs son to run. Even in the midst of a state of emergency, the country recorded at least 5 murders in the past 24 hours, with a Marabella woman being stabbed to death, 2 men being fatally shot in San Juan, and 2 brothers shot dead as a community feud in Mount Hope ended in bloodshed. Apart from these incidents, there were unconfirmed reports of a man being gunned down by a hitman riding a bicycle in Konupia and a man being shot to death in Helyard, Malik, both said to have taken place on Tuesday afternoon, and the official murder toll as of October 7th was put at 281 as compared to 485 for the same period in 2024. Now, state of emergency, the police have these extra powers. We know that operations are being conducted. But Pitt, we still have a problem. We have a problem where, regardless of this state of emergency, people still committing the act of murder, people still killing.
Right. So 1 murder is a murder too much, and 5 murders are 5 murders too many.
In 24 hours,
I must say this, within any period, because you are talking about persons who are losing their lives. This will impact families, it will impact communities. At this point in time, we are 200 less murders for the same period last year. And we were not able to achieve this level of success, because it is a level of success, without a significant amount of effort taking place on the ground. We do admit that within the period that you just mentioned there, that those incidents in itself, it has scarred the momentum that clearly we have picked up. However, it's a case now of responding appropriately in order to manage the situation. So it does not spell doomsday. We have been seeing a tremendous amount of support from members of the public. the presence on the ground from a policing perspective is very much increased, and also in terms of our support staff, given the different supporting organization, the defense force, the prisons, and what have you. So yes, we agree that these incidents has put a dent. However, it's not going to deter us in terms of going forward and ensuring that 2025 concludes with a type of statistics that as a society we can say, yes, we are going in the right direction.
All right. Well, I mean, we just about all the time, but I want to thank you. I want to thank you for coming on this morning and, of course, you know, facing the questions that was put before you. It's a tough job. It's a tough job.
Indeed.
Yes.
Policing is serious business.
But I mean, moving forward here, I mean, we're going down into a period in the year. We're coming down to the month of December. You know, this is a period where fellas, you know, people who desperate, you know, they do, you know, they get antsy around this time. We usually see a rise, if I'm not mistaken, in certain types of crime during this, entering this period here, going down into the Christmas and ending the year and that kind of thing. I mean, I do not know how many months we enter the state of emergency now.
I think we're within the third month.
This is only the third month.
Yes.
So this will so this state of emergency will definitely take us to the end of the year.
To the end of October.
To the end of October? What?
Yeah.
Wait. It's how long they extended it by?
I can't recall the exact period, but
I know they went and
it's supposed to. It is had to expire at the end.
So it's all right. It's scheduled to expire at the end of October, at the end of this month.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I can't ask you about any extension further than that. But as you know, from a policing standpoint, do you think, in your humble opinion, given the state of affairs in the country as it relates to crime, do you see or do you think, from an individual standpoint, that an extension of this SOE would be warranted?
It's an excellent question. It's also an unfair question to me. And I'm glad that you placed it before you even asked the question.
Yes.
I will respond by saying this. Given our leadership and you know, the persons with governmental responsibilities, I am certain that the necessary discussions will take place in order to chart the way forward. The decisions taken thus far has clearly brought us to what I would call a position of success. And, you know, it's a matter now of providing that type of analysis in order to direct the way that we go forward, in order that we maintain this level of momentum, even outside a period of a state of emergency.
All right. Well, I tell you what, diplomatic answer at that. All right, so I tell you what, Pitt, thanks a lot, man.
Yes, Stefan, be safe.
All right.
And you are correct in that around this period, Christmas is upcoming, and you know, yes, there are certain crime types where we see an increase. So we are asking members of the public, please be increasingly vigilant. Don't take nothing for granted. And if you see something, say something.
Say something. All right, yes. Nice one. So that is acting ASP Pitt with us, people behind the badge. And we got to go to a break. We got Pastor John coming up in a little bit. As we go to the break, though, I want to remind you about Keolic. So we got several products in the Keolic brand, including the Keolic Cleanse and Digestion, the Keolic Blood Pressure Health. There is also the Keolic Cholesterol Health and the Total Heart Health, the Keolic Circulation Health. And they're all proven to be effective in sustaining healthy levels, and all include the aged garlic extract formulation. We also have the Keo Green Powder Drink Mix and the Keodophilus Probiotics. And to pick up any one of the products in the Keolic range, you could visit a pharmacy or health store across the country, and you could get more information by WhatsApping 728-0338. That is 728-0338. Also, Safety Rigging and Lifting Services Limited. They have over 2 decades in experience in rigging and lifting operations in the construction, oil and gas industry. And services are available for offshore and land, process gas maintenance for projects, shutdowns, turnarounds, etc. Some of their specialized services include lifting and rigging awareness, training, aligning and contracting companies to client-specific requirements, policy review development, site visits, both on land and offshore. They also do auditing and visual inspections, documentation reviews, supervision and coverage during planned projects, and TARs are also available, as well as rigging, loft management, as well as risk management for lift operations. And they offer expert guidance and support, ensuring safety, efficiency, and compliance with industry standards, regulations, and legislation. So their services are not limited to Trinidad and Tobago. They can also provide these services in the Caribbean and South American region. So for more information, feel free to contact them on 868-774-1498 or visit their website, safetyriggingandliftingconsultancy.com. And with that, we take a break. When we come back, Pastor John is coming up next, so stay tuned for that.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply. Everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycarettt@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you'll be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant, where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com.
Have you thought about where you're going for lunch today? Well, Tante's Creole Food serves the best in local dishes at a great price. They're located at Altars Panyard, Duke Street, Port of Spain. They offer the best in Creole, Chinese, and curry dishes. Don't miss their after-work special and soup Saturdays. It's cow heel, oxtail, pigtail, and chicken foot soup. And also, fish broth is on the menu. Give them a call or WhatsApp 734-3398 or simply visit them at the All-Star Panyard, Duke Street, Port of Spain. Safe and secure parking is also available. Tante's Creole Food, the best in town. Check them out today.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerators, parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Open Minds Education, Trinidad and Tobago. Hear me now. Click in, level up. School up on your phone, you know.
Learn today, lead tomorrow. We're ready for your growth. Farm 5C6 adult class, take the oath. No traffic, no stress, just log in and post. Open Minds Education, TNT we both.
You want pass exam? Cool, we start that. Replay the lesson till the knowledge lock back. Real teacher with feedback, no copy, no chat.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsayn, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
All right, so we're back. As we return, of course, yesterday was a busy day down in the West with the horrible tornado that took place and took off the roof of some residents. But, you know, before the bad weather yesterday, remember yesterday morning in the paper we had a headline? Give me the Met Office headline there. No, not that one, the Met Office. That's the tornado. Yes. Met Service warns of soaring October temperatures. Remember yesterday when I saw that headline in the papers, fellas, I say, but they're about a week late. Yeah? And then as that headline popped up in the paper yesterday, what did we get? Put up the tornado headline for me. A tornado wreaked havoc on houses in West Trinidad. Let's get the footage now from the tornado. This is, you know, as soon as the Met Office had say, soaring temperatures. This is the madness that happened. If you that weather yesterday was different, boy. I was on the road yesterday because I was trying to get some things done for the Christmas party, and I was coming out the west. And as I was coming out the west, boy, that rain was different, boy. It was different. It was different. This, of course, is the footage here. I'm telling you, we don't usually get these things in Trinidad and Tobago, but I'm telling you, it happened. It happened, man. But all of the government and opposition people that had to be down in Westmoreland, they were down there. Khadija Amin did a walkthrough, went into the house, assessed the damage. Philip Alexander was down there as well with her. And then you had Hans Devines, who's the MP for the area. He was down there as well, doing a damage assessment as well. But you know, it was so, fellas, all I see that yesterday, what I was thinking, boy? Yeah, boy. You don't usually get a tornado in Trinidad. I tell you, the last one, I mean, we've had small ones in between in the rainy season, but the most memorable one was Redman. The one that everybody just called Redman. With the man screaming, red, red. Yeah, that was real kicks, boy. Maybe Friday I'll pull that up as a throwback. But yeah, man, this was horrible weather. This video here in the car, when the woman who say no in the car, when she see thing flying in the air, so as the traffic light change, as the roof fly off there, and the traffic light change, telling the driver, drive fast, drive fast, drive fast. Oh, God. No, but it's you know, of course, for a lot of Trinbagonians, it's something different. This was the build-up there out there at sea. But listen, it's an unfortunate situation. It's a disaster. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. You know, some damage to your property, but you know, nobody was hurt. All right, because things like this could end up, you know, far more serious, as we've seen in terms of, you know, what we've seen in the United States of America and those places where tornadoes are a norm in certain parts of the U.S. All right? So we're getting ready to get Pastor John on with us now. We're just 2 minutes away from that. But, you know, to the residents down there, I was watching the live stream with Khadija Amin. Although frightened, Khadija Amin is our George's girl. She went to St. George's College. All right? Just as I did. She went to St. George's College. She's our workhorse. She'll get it done. All right? Nice man. Eh? Where's our director? I hear you. Are you still in here when you sitting with our door closed? Are proud? Well, I mean, all Georgians, you know. Georgians are everywhere, you know. Yes, Georgians are everywhere. We everywhere. There are one on TV. Voices are Georgian. Ufan Alves is a Georgian. Nadia Batson is a Georgian. Wrong with all you. Khadija Amin is a Georgian. Rondell Fields is a Georgian. We all over, you know. Yes. Wrong with all you. All you feel me now come over. Dr. Watson, Nadia Watson, Georgian. We went to school together. We was in the same class. You dig? Yeah, St. George's, we all over, we all over, we all over. All right? So as soon as Pastor John is on the live with us, on the Zoom with us, we will proceed. He should be joining in right now as we speak, gentlemen. So look out for him. And we're going to see what he's going to discuss this morning. All right, but definitely some bad weather there. We will continue to see what takes place with David Lee, of course, with those charges relayed. Of course, he will have his day in court just like everybody else. And I think most importantly, we are all awaiting the budget presentation. You know, I think it's a big thing because of what is going to be laid out. I am very interested to hear where the taxpayers' money went and how it was spent. And more so, I am very interested to hear what is the real deficit. Because I remember Ved Siriram said in no uncertain way, at the time when Imbut and them was saying the deficit was 7 billion, Ved Siriram was on this program saying the true deficit is really $11 billion. And if you all remember, deficit budget started in 2008. We didn't have deficit budgets before 2008. All right. So we'll see how the government will move forward to bring down that deficit. And of course, to get the economy rolling. Because really and truly, the ball really don't start rolling until. All right, monies are allocated to all these different ministries and so on and so forth. Pastor John there? All right. I message him, he tell me okay. I tell him join now, he say okay. So I don't know why what was the key back, but yeah. All right, so I see in the paper this morning as well. Tanku and Padarat say that the budget will be passed. Well, yeah, it will be. You all have the vast majority. Also, just on a little side note, we are on the international break in football, so we got some World Cup qualifiers coming up. The first of which will feature Trinidad and Tobago versus Bermuda. But that game is in Bermuda, if I'm not mistaken. That will take place on Friday. So Friday, Trinidad and Tobago will be playing Bermuda. And thanks to the grandparent bill that was passed recently, we have some players, foreign-based players, coming in, I believe, to play for Trinidad and Tobago. So we have a crop up, a large group of players coming in. I think it could only benefit the Trinidad and Tobago national team. No disrespect to the boys that are there already, but I think it could only benefit us. I think it's a good thing. Everybody else does it. I mean, hell, if France didn't have a law like that, if they didn't have a policy like that, where would France be in football right now? Right? So, what's the status with Pastor John? He not there? All right, let me go to the break. All right, so we'll take the break and we'll come back with him. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And the Break It Dawn Christmas party is here, people. Saturday, December the 13th, Center of Excellence Garden Sanctuary from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. Get your tickets now. This is a premium drinks inclusive. You can get your tickets at the following outlets. All Sports and Games. Sports and Games in Grand Bazaar, Tunapuna, Trin City Mall, Price Plaza, Long Circular Mall, Gulf City Mall and West Mall. That's 7 locations. You can also get tickets at Raj Bar in St. Augustine, or you could get your tickets online. For those of you in Tobago, go online at trinbagoevents.com and purchase your tickets. Get your tickets early. We have live entertainment. Like I said, premium drinks inclusive, food on sale, and it is Winter Wonderland this year. So the dress code is wear white. I will see you at the Center of Excellence Garden Sanctuary on Saturday, 13th of December for the Breaking Dawn Christmas party. And remember, part proceeds go to children with cerebral palsy.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet Rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God, preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
Calling all choir. This This is TNT's first gospel choir event of its kind. It's finally here. This is Divine Harmony. Choirs from all over the country will vie for over $250,000 in prizes. Semi-final round, the East-West Corridor, Saturday, September 20th, Central and South Trinidad, Saturday, September 27th, and Tobago, Saturday, October 4th. To register, call 719-9599. TNT, get ready. This is Divine Harmony.
Everybody say that.
The season of lights is bright and tasty with Royal Castle's delightful veggie burger made with a healthy and nutritious patty. It's great on its own or in a combo with one side and a 16-ounce drink. So whether it's lunch, dinner or a snack, Royal Castle's veggie burger fits right in with your fasting and festivities. Happy Diwali from Royal Castle.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility, which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
All right, people, so we're back, and we are 7:45, and we're going to be joined by Pastor John. So we're going to bring him in right now. Pastor John, morning to you.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. So what are we talking about this morning?
I am talking about cell activation.
Cell activation.
Yes, your body has the ability to heal itself.
Okay.
Everyone, this is something new, but I think it's being hidden as a specific topic for all the people who are looking for a way out of understanding how the body process goes through and heal itself. So a lot of people, they have a lot of supplements on the market. For example, someone have diabetes. It means that the insulin is not being produced correctly in the body system. It's being challenged. So you have a choice. You could take insulin for the rest of your life, or you could find out how you could activate the pancreas again, so the insulin producing hormone will produce its own insulin, and you never have diabetes again. Because anybody listening to me don't have diabetes, you don't have to take insulin. You don't shoot up on insulin Why you don't shoot up an insulin? Because your body don't need it. Your body produces its own.
Okay.
Just like platelets. When you get cut or you get an injury, how do you stop the cut from bleeding? Platelets are activated almost immediately at the injury site. So you cut your finger, platelets assemble to the finger, they stick together, form a clot, and release growth factors and cytokines that they could attract immune cells in the area so they could stop the bleeding. That's what takes place in the process. However, what we need, and the Fighter Power Pack I've been speaking of over and over, is you put the right nutrition in your body, you allow the body to activate its own cells. For example, when a child is born, a child is moving, the fingers are moving, the hands are moving, before the child even put any milk in the child's mouth. The child cry because the nervous system is working. The blood pH is good. Why? Because everything that was necessary for the child to live or that newborn is in that newborn. And over time, we all, as we grow into adulthood, we deplete our own antioxidant enzyme that cause us to be sick. When I came back to Trinidad in 2011 to explain to the people, I had cancer in the prostate. It was in the 4th stage. I was given 7 months to live in a hospice. How could you come back from a hospice and other people don't? It's because somebody came and teach me if I could restore my immune system. And the entire medical industry, that is what they're aiming to do, but the chemicals are damaging people. So somebody who have cancer and they're giving you immunotherapy, ask them what immunotherapy is for. They believe if they could restore the immune system, the body will heal itself from cancer. We believe if you do it naturally, that's the best way to go. And that's why we have the Fighter Power to help people with diabetes. Right now, I think they are concluding that all diabetes is an autoimmune disease. There's been argument over the years. They only conclude that stage type 1 diabetes is autoimmune disease. Some people have type 2, some people have diabetes. It go from one to the next. Like you're playing a basketball. Pass it on here, pass it here, pass it here. One to the other. Until they find out how to restore and ignite the cells again so it can heal me. Look how many people lacking collagen. And they take a supplement, what is called collagen for the body. You don't need a foreign collagen to be made to put in your system. Our body have its own collagen hormones. We have to activate it again because 30% of all the protein in the body comes through collagen. Like people looking to lose weight, the Fighter Power, we can help you because we can help you produce your own GLP-1 instead of buying stuff that says they will give you GLP-1. A man makes something and say, I can give you GLP-1 when the body has GLP-1 in it already. All we have to do is to restore it,
right? To
ignite it, to activate it, so it can produce and raise the adiponectin, so the fat will be shed, and they're not going to put it back on again. And people want to know why they're using weight loss products and it doesn't work, because all you need to do is to restore the antioxidant in your system so that your body could heal itself. To make sure the esophagus is working and you no longer suffer with acid reflux, you just need the Fighter Powers that I am being here on the air with you, teaching people how to restore your system. And you have the ability to do it. Every single human being could do it. We know we was once there before. That lactobacillus and the bifidobacterium is a bacteria we were born with. We didn't come and say, let your partner give you some lactobacillus and they put it in your system. No. Lactobacillus rhamnosus LA05. It was restore your NRF2 back in your system. And there were people who make NRF2 to sell it to you. And in some cases, they fail in terms of write-ups to give you like it doesn't work. But the system have it already. Let me conclude this simple thing. You don't go and buy an eye. You don't go and buy a finger. You don't go and buy a foot. You can have prosthetic leg. It's not your natural foot. Before I understand this here many years ago, I had a chip on my tooth. And, you know, I wasn't that smart back then. And the dentist convinced me to put a crown. I thought he was just going to put something on it. I go on in the chair now and I close my eyes like I'm feeling good. And he working on the teeth. When he showed me the mirror, the guy filed off the good teeth and the teeth next to it to put a crown over it. I have the crown today, but nothing is better than your natural tooth. The jaw pressure you could use on your natural teeth is different than artificial. I'm just giving you an example. Your knee, everything we have is our own. You don't go and borrow a piece of brain from somebody and say, slap it on your... Well, be careful, because you might be thieving the wrong brain and you might get stupid if you thief the wrong brain. So you have to be careful. But you don't borrow a brain, you have your own brain. So if something is wrong with your brain now, like seizures and epilepsies and seizures types and stuff like stroke and Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, that patient need to restore the blood-brain barrier, the serotonin, the hippocampus, the dopamine back into the brain. The tumors they have in the brain could shrink on its own because of the activation of the right cells in the body.
Okay.
That's what the phytonutrients we have does for the people. And that's why you get the results when we give it to the patient. It might have a little cost to it, but like everything else, you just say your Christmas party is not free, everybody have to pay. And that's the situation in life. So if you have a question for me, I'll gladly answer it.
All right. You said that the body could heal itself, right? It has
Yes,
the ability.
sir.
Now, I know next week you want to tackle autism.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, sir.
But in terms of healing, a lot of people might find it hard to believe that most things are reversible. Yes? We don't ever talk about reversing. People just talk about well, they're going by the doctor and the doctor gives them medication to, you know, and you're on that piece, you're on that medication for almost the rest of your life, right? But there are methods to reverse a lot of things, right? I mean,
That is correct.
You see that the body has the ability to heal itself when you get cut.
That's correct. You could go through example after examples.
Right.
That is how I get healed from cancer.
Right. Now, some people might say, well, you know, to reverse cancer, boy, that in songing, you know, that songing hard, because then why so many people is up for chemotherapy and things like that?
I get the worst call in my life yesterday. People listening to me and breaking down ever since I start, and they still want to study it. Everybody wants to read. And it's when the doctor told the man's wife and the daughter called me. They tell him yesterday or day before yesterday, we can't do nothing for you no more. Medical industry, we try everything. And then they tell her now, when they first went to the doctor, they told her antioxidant and stuff is no good. They said, find someone who could help her activate the system again. And if that happens, she have hope. They called me desperate yesterday. Desperate. No longer asking me about price. No longer asking about anything. All they want is one discussion. How quick I could get your stuff so I could use it. That was the question yesterday. It's sad. Very, very sad. To know a nice young nice woman is going through that type of sickness. We speaking here right now, you go ask the people who are sick. You have a hospital, I don't know if they still have Port of Spain General Hospital.
Yeah. Still around.
Okay, it's still around. You go drive by there, you see the building, however it look, but go inside and you see sick people inside there.
Yeah.
Mount Hope Hospital, San Fernando Hospital. You don't even have to be in the hospital. Yeah, people at home are sick with all type of disease. Going to doctors. Right now as we speak, there are people sitting on by the doctor's office right now. People in the emergency room are trying to find out, how could I overcome this situation? How could I have a second chance? The body was designed, if only we knew, if the cells are always it's always alkaline, you could live extremely old. People in Japan, 175,000 people in Japan right now is over 100 years old and driving their car and not walking with no stick or no cane. That stuff that you have to walk a cane when you're old, that is not true. That is a myth. You walk with cane and you walk with assistance because you didn't take care of your body. How long you have to take good stuff for the rest of your life? How long you have to eat bad stuff? People eating bad stuff for the rest of their life. Yeah. They say junk food. How long you eating toxic or junk food? Somebody described junk food as poo-poo. How long you have to eat poo-poo for the rest of your life? And people be laughing. Only a Trinidadian is be eating bad stuff and be like, boy, don't kill his fat and they be laughing. Only us is do it in the world. You're eating stuff, you know it's bad for your body, but you're laughing is a joke. What don't kill his fat and what don't kill his fat?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, eh? I think people need to look into nutrition a little more. As opposed to medication, and then they need to look into products like yours. It's on the bottom of the screen. The product is not intended to diagnose, treat, mitigate, cure, or prevent any disease. Statements made about the products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. But that's of course a normal disclaimer that has to be put out there, and you see it on many products. If you go to the pharmacy and you pick up, I'm sure about 50% of the products that you pick up in the pharmacy, you'll see that on it, right? But I mean, your product is something very simple, it's something very natural. It's about nutrition, it's nutrition based, isn't it?
And most companies selling your product, I can't condemn any product somebody gave you, but it's not clinically tested. Clinically tested means
yours has been
tested in humans. All what I am being given, I should have mentioned it a long time. Mm-hmm. That it's clinically tested.
Right. Yeah.
All the tests and rigorous tests in the lab and in natural human beings have gone in and tried to see if you start to activate the cell, your disease will reduce by 40% in the first 30 days. And you're on your way. The next 30 days, another 40%.
Right.
And in the next 30 days, you'll lick up the 20%. And by the time you get to 120 days and get new blood cell, you are easy like Sunday morning.
All right. So people, well, Pastor John, we're out of time, but okay. I want to remind people that the number is on the screen, WhatsApp. Now, Pastor John is based out in New York, so you could WhatsApp him on 1516-286-7079. That is 1516-286-7079. Make sure and contact him today. Get yourself that product. Make the order. It doesn't take a long period of time for it to get here to Trinidad and Tobago. It has come on the quick train. All right, so remember to place your order today and try the product. I know I'm telling all you because I usually take the sugar blocker, and that has assisted me along with the exercise and stuff that I'm doing now. But I'm eating a particular type of way now, but I do take the product on a morning. I just start taking it a little more than once a day, but I'm taking it on a morning before I come out to work. So, I feel in the front too. When I'm taking it consistently, I feel the front. I could admit that, So, Pastor John, thanks a lot, man.
You're welcome. Have a great day and a better one tomorrow. Bye-bye.
All right, same to you. People, we got some birthdays to get to before we wrap up this morning. Do not forget, the Breaking On Christmas party is on Saturday, December the 13th. Get your tickets. Tickets are available at all sports and games outlets, and that includes Trincity Mall, Gulf City Mall, Long Circular Mall, West Mall, Tunapuna, Grand Bazaar, and Price Plaza. And we got a terrific lineup of entertainment for you. It is a premium drinks inclusive. We have some new, well, not new, but we have some brands coming on the market, or brands that will be featured very soon in the ad, and even the ad. We have brands that are coming to the fore, like Hanky Bannister, Vanguard Vodka, Dirty Cow. A lot of these, there will be promotions on the day. Last year when we featured the Hanky Bannister, people was like, whoa, you know? I don't even think they touched Johnny Walker. The people that started to drink the Hanky Bannister because the Hanky really, really lashing. Especially the dark bottle. They went wild for that, boy. Yeah, boy. And I talking about real Scotch drinkers, and they was like, yeah, boy, that you know, is a real good Scotch. I ain't lying. Smooth. Okay? Unfortunately, my nephew was here. I had some excess, you know, fellas, but my nephew was here now. And the man he was here for a little while. It was around Christmas time, going into the New Year, so he go down line with the partner, and them he only passing, uncle, you any more them, you any more uncle? The man read out my little bow over there, you understand? But I don't tell you, outside, he do this thing in Tampa University, pick up the B3, and of course, JRD as well, the two nephews, I had to pick up the two brothers too, Anthony and Christian, you know, I can't forget them. You know, and hopefully I'm going to get my brothers to come to this, you know. And my nephew. I'll get them to come to this. You know what I mean? So when I tell Olio that I am the least intelligent amongst my siblings, amongst my brothers and my nephews, you will see for yourself. All right? I'll get Anthony and Christian to come to this. And Christian was married recently, so it will be he and his wife, you know. But nevertheless, Farmer Nappy there was the feature artist last year. We have some, listen, I'm going to announce the entertainers, the guest artists for this year, but not yet. It's too early. But get your tickets and know what I'm telling all you. All right? Remember, the dress code is you're wearing white, and it is a drinks inclusive. It does not include food. We're not doing it. I haven't reached the point to do it as an all-inclusive yet. But very soon, hopefully next year, we would like to do it as an all-inclusive. All right? So get your tickets. You can get it at Raj Bar in St. Augustine too, or you can go online at trinbagoevents.com. Now, for more information on the party, you can call 345, that is 345-3380. 345-3380. All right? So make that call, and you can order your tickets through that number as well. All right? And those tickets, you order the ticket. You can order your tickets through that number. All right. We have the birthdays. But before we get to the birthdays, Director, I know it's only 4 birthdays. I must run this clip because this actually happened there. But one of those social media platforms reported on it. Run me the plastic scene now. The plastic scene.
We may have just witnessed history. Yesterday, 22-year-old inventor Julian Brown ran the first ever muscle car on plastiline. His 110-octane gasoline he converted from plastic waste. As the live stream from Atlanta showed, he turned on the car to demonstrate there was no fuel inside. And sure enough, it didn't start. He then filled the car with a canister of plastiline, pressed the button, and the rest is history. Now, to be clear, Julian Brown didn't invent pyrolysis. Converting plastic to fuel is a well-established process that's been around for decades. But he did invent the world's first solar continuous microwave pyrolysis reactor, which fundamentally changes how expensive and renewable this process is. And he did all of this without the backing of large corporations, and he was able to build this in his own backyard with a bunch of scraps. Now, he says his reason for doing all of this is to send a message to the world that people are no longer going to wait for big corporations or big government to do what needs to be done.
Because this is our world. This is our Earth. And we care and we protect it.
In fact, in May, he even got his plastic diesel scientifically tested and it passed with flying colors. The lab even went as far to say that Julian's diesel had better emissions than regular diesel.
I thought it was surprisingly well distilled. I thought it was surprisingly clean as well for plastic. And it blew my mind that plastic could be redistilled into diesel.
He says his end goal is to get this in the world and where it needs to be.
Let's get it in the world. Let's get it implemented how it needs to be, because that's the whole point of why I started this. And so that's the strive and the move, without a doubt, to get this where it needs to be.
Yeah, boy. Remember some years back, decades back, there was a guy that ran a vehicle on water. And well, we know what happened to him, right? But I think with the age of social media now, it's going to be very hard for them to do to this guy what they did to him. But this guy powered a vehicle with plastic, basically, right? And he built that machine on his own with no funding. So it makes you wonder, right? When all of these organizations and science is doing all this research and they're requesting $10 billion and $5 billion and this $1 billion and that $1 billion. That man built that on his own with nothing. When I say with nothing, without that type of funding then, and was able to achieve that. So for them with all the billions of dollars in resources and at their disposal, how come they couldn't do it? Makes you think, eh? Anyway, so here we go. Birthdays. All right, so we got to say happy 11th birthday going out to Aya, Jade, Christine, Sunarine, with love from mommy, sister, and daddy. And you are our sunshine, our sparkle, and our greatest joy. We are so proud of the kind, brilliant young lady you're becoming, and we love you to the moon and back. That's Aya. Aya, happy birthday to you. Also, we would like to wish Aria a happy first birthday. All right, or Araya. I'm going with Araya. A happy first birthday. This wish is coming from her mommy Ashley, her daddy Jackson, her brothers Justin and CJ, and her sister Joanna. And she loves listening to the Breaking Dawn theme song when it comes up. We love her very much and wish her many, many more with all God's blessings. Thank you guys and do enjoy the rest of the day. No problem. Oh, there she is. All right, so Araya, happy birthday. Uno Bodeos. Good day. Please extend birthday greetings to my husband, Roland Tilak Singh, who's an ardent fan of your show, celebrating his birthday today, Wednesday, the 8th of October. Wishing him a fabulous and blessed birthday. This is coming from his 3 children, Avisha, Malini, and Chanvea, and his wife, Kavita, with lots of love. All right, nice man. Easy, Roland. Big up yourself. And finally, birthday wishes going out to Michael Christopher from his mother, Winifred, and sister, Kithasha, and Sophia. All right, and also all of his close friends and Nadira and family. The family hope he has an enjoyable day. So, Michael Christopher, happy birthday to you, brethren. Nice man. You had 2 first names, but nothing wrong with that. Anyway, only joking. So we got to wrap things up for today. We do have we have guests in studio tomorrow. We actually have our good friends from Elder Associates. They're going to join us tomorrow via Zoom. All right, so we got a feature with them. They're going to be talking on a particular issue. Let me just give it to you right now. It is, of course, we have them on from time to time. They are psychologists. Just now, So we hope that it's just a feature that it's about prioritizing mental health in the workplace. And we're going to have Nichols, Dottin, John on, all right? And this is all in line with World Mental Health Day, which is on the 10th of October, which is this week, all right? So tomorrow is the 9th. So this is going to be in line with that, prioritizing mental health in the workplace. So look out for that tomorrow. We also have Dr. Watson on as well. And on Friday, as I close, we have a very special guest coming from Grenada, actually an ambassador for Grenada by the name of Mr. Just a minute. Let me just pull this up here. Because this is a big one, because there's some awards that will be given out to Grenadians who have contributed in Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Elwin McQuilkin. Mr. Elwin McQuilkin will be here on Friday morning, as well as Amrika Mutru. She's going to be here to drop her new parang. So we got a full thing headed out, going into the back of coming out to the back end of this week, and we will have the issues to talk about as well. We'll take more calls tomorrow, of course. But until tomorrow, do enjoy the rest of your day, people. We are out for Breaking Dawn this Wednesday.
Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn.